G'day and welcome to CruiseAway, your one-stop holiday shop right here on TV. And in this show, we're going to be taking you on exotic and colourful adventures as we explore the best of Asia with 3 amazing cruise packages on board 3 fabulous cruise lines. Now we're going to be cruising with Holland America Line, MSC Cruises and Azamara.
Yeah, and coming up, departure dates available for this year, next year, and even the chance to book ahead for 2025. And let me tell you, with the deals that we've got coming your way, it really does pay to plan ahead. And when it comes to booking with us here at CruiseAway, you really couldn't be in better hands.
Here at CruiseAway, we've been sending Australian travellers on amazing cruise holidays for over 25 years. Our award-winning team specialise in bringing you the best deals from all major cruise lines, sailing right across the globe. Whether you're looking to cruise locally or afar, with thousands of unmissable deals available right now, you can be sure we'll find you your perfect cruise holiday. So, if you're ready, let's go cruising.
Indeed, let's go cruising. What an exciting prospect to sail the 7 seas and to traverse continents and visit new exciting places that you've always dreamt of.
That's the thing, isn't it? A cruise just gives you so many different experiences, so many different places to visit all in one holiday. And I think the first one really showcases that beautifully. Love the title of this, and I tell you what, the title is only a peek through the letterbox of the possibilities as well.
Oh, that's very true. In fact, we're going to exotic Asia from Hong Kong for, wait for it, 29 fabulous nights. That's amazing, isn't it?
That's brilliant.
That's not just a cruise, that's a massive adventure. And we're going to be leaving on the 2nd of February next year. We are going to be flying you from Sydney to Hong Kong for a one-night pre-cruise stay where you can enjoy this incredibly vibrant and enigmatic city. The lovely thing about Hong Kong is it's kind of like the city that never sleeps. It really has that hustle bustle, that colour, whether it's, enjoying some of the best shopping you can imagine when it comes to electronics, or seeing some of the natural beauty, maybe heading over to Victoria Peak, up on the funicular, taking the Star Ferry, which is iconic. You're going to love this city. And then we are going to be joining the gorgeous and elegant MS Westerdam for our amazing adventure on board. She's a beautiful ship, Vista class Holland America Line, and 28 nights you're going to be on board. Now, if you're new to cruising, this is a great first adventure for you because you'll really feel pampered and taken care of. It's like a home away from home, Holland America Line, and I was fortunate to work with them for many years. So the quality of everything on board, from the service through to the food, is honestly second to none, and it's so highly rated in the cruise industry as well. I mean, they also are, make a really firm feature on enrichment. So you're obviously going to be going to some amazing destinations, and you will be allowed to explore and sort of enjoy more and understand more about what makes these places tick. They do fly on board experts in economy, ecology, travel destinations. So you really can feel like it's a voyage, not just a cruise. You really are going to have this adventure. Oh, and they have the Culinary Arts Centre too, which is super fun. And you get to learn how to cook some signature dishes from their executive chefs. And you actually even get to take the recipes home with you. That's cool, isn't it?
That is really good, actually. And that's part of the experience, isn't it? That even if you are on, because you will have some sea days on a cruise, and you want those because you want that time to enjoy and experience, get to know the ship, have some relaxing time, of course, as well, where you haven't got the pressure of missing out on a port. And remember, there is so much included, lots of activities, lots of things that maybe you won't even see on these videos now.
True.
Impromptu things that will happen during the day, events. You get a full programme of events comes to you every single day. Nobody's knocking on the door saying, here, it's time for this. You've got lots and lots of different choices of things to dip into. It's amazing.
Brilliant. Right, so we are out of fabulous Hong Kong and sailing in to gorgeous Shanghai, China for your first port of call. This is amazing. You get an overnight here in Shanghai, and this is known as the capital. We're on to Kagoshima next in Japan, which is on Kyushu Island, which is the capital of Kagoshima Prefecture and known for its incredible temples and nature. On to Nagasaki for the beautiful Peace Park and the Suwa Shrine, Shrine as well. Lots of natural beauty here in this gorgeous port. Then we're hopping over to Busan in South Korea, where you'll find the world's largest shopping mall, as well as the country's largest spa. Lots of lovely food there as well. Seafood they're known for. Hakata's on export over in Japan, where you'll get to see the Kokura Castle. I mean, they're known for their incredible Shingen shrines as well. On to Himeji as our next port of call, where we'll get to visit the Shin-Kobe ropeway. That's only for the adventurous, and perhaps up to the Yukuta Shrine as well. Hopping over to Osaka, where you'll get to see, if you want to head over to Universal Studios, they have one there as well. They're also world famous for their incredible castle. Shimizu next, which is the port for the amazing Mount Fuji, an active volcano 100 kilometers southwest of Tokyo. Take your trips up there. Tokyo's our next port, talking of Tokyo, and go to the famous Shibuya crossing, where 10,000 people at any one time can cross the street. Pretty incredible. Back into Osaka for an overnight. So visiting this port twice is purposeful, because there's so much incredible vibrance in this Japanese port, and the cruise line wanted to give you that extra little bit of time to visit. So check with your shore excursions team on board. They'll have some great suggestions on tours for you there. Over into Naha next, where you can see gorgeous mangrove forests or capes, or perhaps beautiful castles and prefectures at your fingertips. Ishigaki Island is where we're going to be visiting next, and this is very tropical and lush, and it boasts gorgeous coral reefs. If you love to snorkel, this is going to be your place. Taipei, Taiwan is where we're heading to next, where you can see the incredible miniatures museum. They're world famous for it, in fact. That's where I'd be. So cute. Tiny, tiny buildings. Kaohsiung, Taiwan, next for you. And this is going to be where you can see the Lotus Pond or the Love River, and indeed the beautiful Tang Temple. On to Manila, Philippines. And this is the capital of the incredible Philippine archipelago, with, you know, got that real hustle bustle, but nature as well at your fingertips. Then we're on to Boracay. This is really natural, gorgeous paradise at its finest in the Philippines. Look at those sands, amazing. Then Puerto Princesa beckons. Again, the Philippines known for its gorgeous caves, the subterranean river, the Honda Bay, and that amazing wildlife rescue center. So this is an overview for you. We're cruising back in to Hong Kong to disembark. We've included your transfer back to the airport, back to Oz. And I mean, that is amazing. Taking in China, Japan, the Philippines, I mean, also Korea. I mean, this is just one adventure for a lifetime. Can't even believe some of the places you'll get to see. Wow.
And this is what we mean when we talk about cruise holidays being that real journey of discovery, because if you think about it, all the places that you've just seen there, all the breadth of travel, all the geography of what you've just covered there, how else would you be able to do that over 29 nights? I mean, you've got so much packed in to your incredible holiday, and you've got a part of the world that everyone is wanting to go and discover as well, because maybe you've seen documentaries, maybe you've heard from friends or family that have holidayed in this part of the world and had that little taste. I mean, there are some buzz parts of the world that people want to go and travel to, and I have to say that a lot of that is covered in this holiday as well. It is an amazing adventure. I mean, if you think about it, this is for February of next year, so we can be talking about a lower deposit right now to get this secured for you. We've got an amazing price. That will be a given for you completely and utterly. But you've got that time to research. You've got that time to tell everybody where you're going as well. So it kind of has three legacies, this holiday. There's all the excitement leading up to it. There's the holiday itself, which is the absolute time of a lifetime. And then there's looking back on it. There's telling everybody else's the story of that, sharing your experiences of it as well. So it really, really does have an amazing sort of indelible stamp that it will leave on you. So let's look at our price tag. And there is so much included in this price tag as well for you. You are incredibly, incredibly lucky. And again, if you think of those wonderful journeys that we take as part of this cruise, doing all of that for under $6,500 each is absolutely incredible. Because again, if you were making your arrangements to go to this place, to that place, to a hotel here, a hotel there, those dollars would soon rack up. Now, you can put a lower deposit down on this right now because this is the start of next year. So $2,300 today as a deposit will get this secured for you. But it is an incredible price as well. Now, there's so much included as well. Remember, you've got your flights, you've got your stay for a night in Hong Kong, but this holiday, it's all about the size of the cruise. It's almost a month away on that wonderful Holland America ship. And you've got so much included there as well. Remember your food, the entertainment, and so much more. You are very, very lucky to have this offer. Now, remember, every single offer that we show you is subject to availability. So there will always be a popularity on cruises like this because they are a big exploration as well. So much included, and there are your prices on screen if you want to upgrade your stateroom there, because all the prices are based on an inside stateroom. But if you want to go to an ocean view where you can see what's going on outside, or maybe a balcony where you can go out in the fresh air and have your breakfast and breathe in the fresh air while you're visiting these amazing ports, then you've got your prices on screen for that. Now, call us on 1300 306 134 because that is your kind of gateway to our amazing team, and they are full of knowledge. They know the cruise lines, they know the cruise ships, they know the destinations as well. And as Joe mentioned before, even there are lots of places you may not have heard of on your cruise itinerary. There's a Shore Excursion team on board as well. There's lots of information on your TV in your stateroom which will talk about the destinations that you're going to as well. So never worry about taking these big adventurous journeys because they are fantastic. And as you've just seen, the price tags are massively favourable as well because you are dealing with CruiseAway, who've been in the cruise industry for over 2.5 decades, which is a proud boast, isn't it, Joe?
Yeah, really? I mean, and everything's included as well, end to end. You don't have to worry about the flights, you don't have to worry about your stays, and of course, when you're on your cruise adventure, you have your shows, you have your food, you have all of those little things that you'd have to worry about paying extra for, of course, back home. It's included in your cruise fare, so it's just a really great holiday to experience. Now, we are switching cruise lines for you right now, going on board the fabulous MSC Cruises.
Oh, wow.
And this adventure is entitled Autumn Beauty of Japan, and it's 15 nights, leaving on the 16th of September. It's a lovely time of the year, actually, to enjoy this part of the world. We're going to fly you from Sydney to Tokyo, the capital of Japan, where the adventure begins with a 4-night pre-cruise hotel stay. Plus, we've included a private custom day tour so you can really take in the most of this bustling city. Love that you have this tour included because you can discover Tokyo at your own pace for some of it, but at the same time, with that custom tour, it's a lovely adventure for us to design for your own interest. And there's a world of options available to see in Tokyo, including the outer fish market of Suzuki, the city's temples and shrines, shopping excursions, food and sake tours. Your tour is going to include your guide, entrance fees at most attractions as well, snacks, a round trip from your hotel, and you can choose if you wish to explore with the fast trains or private vehicles. So it's nice to have that taken care of when you're in Tokyo. And of course, like I mentioned, you can also enjoy Tokyo at your own pace. You definitely want to go to the world famous Shibuya crossing, take those pictures, take those selfies where tens of thousands of people can cross at any one time. And I think just walking around from district to district gives you a real flavour for a new place, doesn't it, when you're adventuring?
Absolutely. I mean, what an exciting prospect. And because you've got that tour as part of it as well, you feel like you're going to know it. It'll have a familiarity pretty quickly as well, even though it's a big, bustling city. Beautiful.
100%. And then we are heading on board the beautiful MSC Bellissima, part of the Meraviglia class, and you're going to be on board for 9 fabulous nights on the Meraviglia class Bellissima, launched in 2019. I mean, look at that Sistine Chapel-like ceilings. When you're walking around the atrium, they have this beautiful design element that makes you feel like you're somewhere between Venice and Vegas. So you've got this really just this fun buzz everywhere you walk around on a cruise ship. There's always something going on, isn't there, on a cruise?
Honestly, amazing. I cruised last summer in the Meraviglia class, on Meraviglia actually, very similar ship to this as well. And there's so much, because you've got the glamour of the Swarovski crystal staircase next to the champagne bar. Then you've got all the fun things to do as well. So it really is like a whole collection of worlds together in one resort, if you like. There is so much to do. You will love it. You'll love the service on board as well. The team on board are fantastic. Nice range of restaurants. Lots of those are included, but you've got your specialty restaurants as well if you want to treat yourself. You can sneak away to the little pub there just for a quiet pint before the evening's activities. And your food, you can go, main dining, the full shebang, or you can go grab and go. I mean, that's the great thing about these ships. Butcher's Cut, some of the best steaks I've ever had, by the way.
Fantastic steaks. You've got 20 bars and 10 restaurants to choose from. And get this, they have 2 brand new Cirque du Soleil shows designed especially for MSC Bellissima, which is an additional fee but worth every penny, trust me on this one. You can even do Cirque and Dinner, which I've done on a cruise ship, and let me tell you, it is one of the most spectacular experiences you'll ever have. You've also got those Broadway caliber shows. They're very fun and vibrant. They're very Vegas style. Lots of new tech as well. Cruising out of Tokyo, and our first port we'll be hitting is Beppu, and this is known for its geothermal wonders. You've got the hot springs there, the steam cooking, or Jinku, which means hells. So definitely head up there. Then we're on to Shimonoseki, where you can go to the Kyoto market, the beautiful aquarium, or perhaps head to the Yume Tower and the Akama Shrine. Next port we're heading on to is Busan, and this, of course, is going to be a wonderful place to enjoy, being up there and seeing overall viewpoints. They've got an incredible skywalk, in fact, which is the largest one you can see in this region. Yatsushiro next for the Hisakchu Orange Railway. Then we're on to Kagoshima, where you can see the Sakurajima, which is an active volcano that faces Kinko Bay, and the lava trails. Then we'll be disembarking in Tokyo, and you'll be spending a further one-night hotel stay in the nation's capital before we fly you back to Australia. So it's lovely. It'll give you that little bit of time to decompress and perhaps do a spot of shopping, which Japan is known for. They have a phenomenal shopping in Tokyo. I mean, just look at those lights. It's everything that you imagine Japan to be when you're walking through the center of Tokyo. You really feel like you're in the thick of it. Flying you back to Sydney. Now, if you do want to head into another city in Oz, then just speak to our team at CruiseAway, and of course we can accommodate you. They are phenomenal at tailor-making your cruise and your trip to be just the way you want it. So get dialing and have a chat with our team.
Yeah, it's brilliant, this one, isn't it? I mean, again, a massive, massive adventure. I think I get the feeling from looking at the coverage and the footage that we've just seen in Tokyo as well, that Tokyo could become one of those places that you become a little bit addicted to and want to go back to again and again and again. Do you know what I mean? It's one of those places that maybe hadn't been on your holiday horizon before, and a holiday like this, because you're dipping in and you're spending some time there, and you're having a tour there as well, which is really brilliant just for getting that familiarity. But then, of course, you've got this amazing cruise as well. And as I said before, Japan, a lot of people want to go and discover Japan. It has this wonderful fascination about it. Lots of more people are seeking out their adventures in this part of the world. Now, September will be around before we know it, so let's get you one amazing price tag served up for this. MSC Cruises, by the way, in terms of their service and in terms of what is included while you're on board, you are going to love it. Incredible. And look at that. We are looking at under $4,000 per person right now if you want to make this trip happen. And if you think about it, there are lots and lots of regions around the world where people want to go and to discover. But you can discover in one place for 2 weeks and yes, have a great holiday, or you can discover many places in one holiday, and that's what this is offering you as well. So much included at one phenomenal price tag as well. Let's look at the details then if you want to upgrade on your cruise experience. Now, bear in mind what is included here as well. So we are flying you from Sydney to Tokyo. You've got 4 nights in a hotel in Tokyo, including that private custom tour, remember, in day with a guide as well. So phenomenal information and sort of navigation that you'll glean in those in that tour and those 4 nights in Tokyo. Then you've got 9 nights on MSC Bellissima, and MSC is a cruise line as well that once you've sampled it once, I think you'll straight away you will want to go back and enjoy more, because as I said, you've got that wonderful mix of relaxation, and you can kind of do grand and casual all in one on the MSC ships as well. And you'll love what happens up on the pool deck during the day as well, because there is so much going on all day and indeed well into the night as well. 1300 306 134 is our telephone number. Remember, that's toll free. Call us right now and speak to our team, and do not miss these experiences because they are absolutely phenomenal. Right, we are staying in exotic and colourful Asia for our final offer right now, and this is a real journey of discovery with a cruise line that include so much, including actually being in the ports for longer, which is really important, isn't it, Jo?
Yeah, and it's very rare as well, because, you know, port fees are quite expensive for cruise lines. So it's only when you actually go on those ones that maybe offer that little bit more, that have that luxury personified vibe, you know, that you get to experience that extra little time in port. And we're really excited to offer you this next incredible adventure. And we're going to be heading to Bangkok, the Andaman Sea, and the subcontinent for 23 nights, leaving on the 21st of March 2025. So we are booking a little bit into the future for this one. However, trust me, it'll be worth it to lock in the deal. We don't know what's going to happen in the travel industry, but we do know that prices are rising as we speak. So it's really important when you have that really, you know, wonderful trip to lock in, that you do it as soon as possible. We're going to be flying you from Sydney to Bangkok, and you will be spending 3 nights here in a fabulous hotel in this city, which is really the most vibrant city in the whole of Asia, if you ask me. It's full of colour and energy. There's fantastic shopping, wonderful temples, and riding a tuk-tuk is an absolute must experience, if you ask me, when you're in Bangkok. Then we're going to be boarding the Azamara onwards for your luxury 17-night experience. Now, listen, these are boutique ships at their finest. I mean, the thing about being on board Azamara, it's not just about the destination, it's about actually experiencing voyaging. You know, they have a real focus on enrichment, they have an incredible library, very well appointed, and you have so much included as standard. You have your drinks included, so your wines, your soft drinks, your spirits, your luxury coffees. You don't have to worry about tipping, that's all included for you as well. Shuttle services in most ports are included for you. They have a concierge service and so much more. I mean, this is really wonderful because you don't even have to think about budgeting for those extra things when you're on board Azamara. It's much more low key. It's all about, you know, creating much more of you know, a low-key luxury experience. So you've got harpists and you've got classical guitarists and pianists playing in their different spaces. You also have your, you know, well-equipped gym and exercise classes and all of that stuff. And of course, when you're on board, you might want to relax and indulge in some of the incredible spa treatments on offer. Who could blame you? You are on holiday after all. Now we're heading straight out into fabulous Kuala Lumpur for its imposing Petronas Twin Towers, which are a must-see. The views from there are spectacular, I've heard. Then we're on into Georgetown on Penang Island, a must-see visit spot in Malaysia with stunning colonial streets there and architecture. Heading next into beautiful Phuket, part of the Thai archipelago with its gorgeous elephant sanctuary and stunning beaches. It really is paradise. We're off at sea then into Chennai, India, where you'll get an overnight in port, which is fantastic. You'll get to see the ancient temples, vibrant art scene, and indeed the natural wonders that Chennai has to offer, which is the capital of Tamil Nadu, one of the most popular tourist destinations on the southern fringes of the country as well. Then on to Colombo, which is Sri Lanka, of course, and we're going to be enjoying an overnight in port there, visiting everything from the Buddhist temple, perhaps, to the tea plantation. That that would be a really interesting thing to see in Sri Lanka, wouldn't it? Of course, they're known for their gemstones as well. Perhaps a spot of shopping whilst you're there enjoying some of the fantastic markets. Then we're off to India, and we will have, you know, lots of time to enjoy Cochin here, where you can see the Chinese fishing nets, perhaps the Kerala backwaters, the mangroves. This is another overnight for you to enjoy. Very unique to Asmara, actually, that you get to enjoy that extended amount of time in port. Maybe enjoy some of the local foods and restaurants whilst you're there. Fabulous. Then we'll be disembarking in Mumbai, where you get 2 nights in a hotel. So we're not sending you home just yet, but this really is the jewel of India, this port. Absolutely amazing with the history that it allows you to see right there. Then after your hotel stay, we're going to be flying you back to Sydney after this incredible journey. Wow. On one of the best cruise lines you could happen to go on to explore a true voyage. You know, not just a cruise, it's a real voyage, this one.
I tell you what, as well, I know we are booking very, very far ahead of time here, but there's a very good reason for doing this. Because we work so closely with all of the major cruise lines here at CruiseAway, what we're trying to do right now, because there are inevitable price rises happening in travel, there's nothing any of us can do to stop that. But what we can do is lock in some great deals right now and lock in some amazing value for you right now, even if the holiday is a couple of years away. So I have got a brilliant price tag, because this is such a boutique experience as well. I'm going to show you the price tag first, and then we'll talk about what is included in this. So we are looking at $8,399 per person. But today, to lock that deal in, because it is 2 years away, just $600 each today will lock in all of that luxury, the massive experience, the massive travel that you are doing here. You will come back from this unforgettable experience, let me tell you, just having appreciated that you've just had the holiday of a lifetime. Now, listen, call our team and speak to us if you have any questions whatsoever. 1300 306 134. Let's have a look at upgrades as well, because you might be thinking about upgrading your experience. I mean, you have complete inclusive luxury as a standard anyway in this holiday. And if you want to know more about Asmara themselves, this is the latest addition to their fleet on this holiday as well, the Asmara Onward. She looks so smart. Less than 700 passengers on board, so you have that real boutique experience. They spend longer in the ports. You saw a lot of overnights where you're spending 2 days and a night in lots of the ports on this holiday as well. It really is absolutely incredible, and this does include so much as well. So flying from Sydney to Bangkok, you have 3 nights in a hotel there. Then you've got the Asmara cruise there on the Onward, 17 nights there cruising through Malaysia, India, Sri Lanka, with overnights in Madras, Colombo and Cochin before arriving in Mumbai, and then staying in a hotel in Mumbai for a couple of nights as well before flying back to Sydney. It's an incredible holiday. It is a long way away, but we're locking in a great deal right now for just a low deposit of $600 each, which is amazing. I mean, call us right now and get that booked, I would say. 1300 306 134 is our toll-free number. Massive experiences in that show, right?
It is, and the thing about cruising, it really brings the world to Australia. I mean, you've got all of these adventures planned for you. So easy to get that dream holiday in the diary, both now and into the future a little bit. So speak to our team. They will get it all planned for you without you even having to move a muscle.
Stay where you are. See you soon.